Hey, you guys,
Ooh.
Desmond is here.
And LaCresha.
And welcome back to our channel. We are here to discuss Drag Race Germany today. Episode 9. Episode 9. We're almost to the end. We're almost
Y'all.
to the end. And before we get into it, what did you think of this episode?
I was trying to figure out why we were having it.
There was a clear bottom 2 this week, and I want to know why
Mm,
they didn't do it.
because they wanted a top 4.
But we're going into the makeover next week, so unless they're doing another episode where nobody goes home,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't run Drag Race Germany.
I don't
How many
know.
episodes are they supposed to have?
12.
Oh.
All the Paramounts got 12 episodes. So, like this one, Brazil, and Mexico did have 12. And I believe Italia is going to have 12 too, because now it's wrapped under the Paramount shows as well. So,
Budget.
but then again, they casted 13 queens, so that feels, 12 episodes.
Right.
See what happens when you cast enough queens, producers? We don't have to have 3, 4 non elimination episodes. 1 is cute. 2, okay.
Mm.
But anything over 2, I'm just sitting there like, really, y'all? Really? And spread them out. Like, I gotta give Germany their props. They spread theirs out. Episode 1, episode 9. Okay, I feel y'all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Although, they could have done this a couple weeks back at that design challenge when everybody did great. Was it the ball? It was one of the design challenges recently that they all did good. And I'm like, this could have been that episode, but hey. Again.
Yay.
Again. But before we get into
Okay.
it, I gotta remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so
Woo.
close to our goal of 500 subscribers, and we would love to reach it by the end of the year, which means we need all of y'all to stop what you're doing right now and
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to the channel. We'll love you
Yes.
forever in 2 more, okay? We'll love you forever. So let's get into this gig, honey, because we ain't got much to talk about. This is a pretty boom boom episode. So it
Yes.
was after Lorelai's elimination. They come
Yes.
into the workroom, read her message, say goodbye,
Mm-hmm.
and they
Mm-hmm.
congratulate each other for becoming the Fantastic Four. Whoop,
Yes.
whoop. So we enter the next day in the workroom, and baby, they look good. They look
Mm-hmm.
good.
They don't look worn out like most of them look by this time.
And am I tripping, or did this Yvonne and Metamore kid situationship just pop up out of nowhere?
I think it popped up out of nowhere
I'm like, I don't even remember seeing like little hints.
at all.
Cause sometimes they'll drop a little inklings that the queens might be canoodling,
Yes.
especially on Spain. They're always dropping hints that the queens might be canoodling. But this is like came out of nowhere. I'm like, wait a minute, and that's gonna be a whole
Right.
storyline next week. I'm like,
Yes.
okay, all right, let's go for it then. I,
All right.
I feel late to the party.
Facts.
I feel late, but okay, I'm here. I'm caught up.
We was just a little tardy for the party.
Yeah. Now,
Oh.
I want to know
Did he get
what
it?
is your opinion on all these comedy challenges they keep having?
They ain't got nothing better to do.
I'm like, because they didn't do a Ruth. Oh, they did. They did a Ruth School. Yeah, they did. They could have done a girl group challenge.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done a branding. Well, they did do a branding as a group, but they could have done like a solo branding challenge, which that could fall under comedy again. But yeah, they could have done a girl group. They could have done some acting, some dancing, something. It just seems like this all very comedy based. It reminds me of All Star 7. Why are there so many comedy challenges? And when
Somebody they obviously want to win.
and when push comes to shove, honey, pull out some clothes. They can make some clothes. Cause season 3, it was half design challenges.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it is what it is. So they're chatting. The alarm goes off. Barbie gives the room mail, and Barbie and Gianni comes into the workroom, looking stunning as always.
Yes.
And they say that this week they'll be working in pairs. Also, there's no mini challenge, which I was kind of upset.
Right. But what are you gonna do for 4 people?
You can do something. Something
I don't know.
silly. Something silly.
Now I will say, because a lot of this episode was exposition for like no reason, and I'm like, y'all could have had them do this solo. Why did they have to be in pairs?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of web shows are just one person. In our case, there's two of us.
Yes. Now, if they were doing podcasts, that would be different.
But yeah, it is what it is. They had to pick teams, and they just picked the people next to each other. They're like, I'm picking you, you're picking me. And their maxi challenges, they have to do a web show. Now, they can do a web show on anything they want. They just got to do a web show.
Yes.
So,
This like feel like last minute to me.
It very
like
much
let's find something for them to do, but give them absolutely positively no direction about it.
Yeah.
Feels like work. Feels like work. Yes, Miss McGill, we want you to do this thing, but we're not gonna give you any time to do it. And we're not gonna tell you how to do it until 3 weeks later after we've already asked you to do it and we realize you're doing it wrong. Then we're going to make a whole big deal out of it.
Well, you know where I work.
Yes.
And, you know, they function that way. I will give them props. They are getting better. But...
yes, because they've been very reactive when I was there.
Yeah, but they're starting to get pro. They're slowly but surely. I got to give them their props. But there's still a lot of times where they're like, okay, do this. Okay, well, how do I do it? I'm like, okay. And then after I do it, you did it wrong. Well, shit, you didn't
tell me how you wanted it done. You just said do it.
And I did it. And
Exactly.
I made it as pretty as I could. But yes, it's the next day in the workroom. And typically I don't include these, but the alarm went off.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Well, what type of time? I'm like, something good finna happen. Now, something good did happen, but I thought, you know, some sort of twist was finna come out. I'm like, oh yeah, baby, we finna get into it. It wasn't like that, but they lined it up, and they got messages from home.
Yes, and everybody was booing.
And I'm like, oh, this is cute. They could have saved this for Untucked, but this was cute.
Facts. Like I said, a lot of exposition.
A lot of filler.
Yes.
A lot of filler.
Yes.
And my thing is, if they would have done the non-elimination episode just a few episodes ago, we would have 5 queens right now, and it wouldn't feel this way. Because just the extra queen, just to fill storylines.
Right. And it would make it seem like, oh, okay, yeah, this is purposeful. But now you're like holding on to 4 queens. So are you just not going to eliminate 4 queens in a row?
I don't know. So, let's get to the main stage. And first, we have Barbie here. What do you think of Barbie's look this week?
Oh, you're not going to go through the rehearsals?
We talked on them. There's nothing to talk about. It was a rehearsal and a shoot. They shot it.
Yeah, come on. Move. There we go. I didn't like this look at all.
I like the silhouette.
I didn't.
But I don't like the look.
And I don't like it.
I wish it was like a different color, maybe.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I like to give some, what could, make it better. I don't know what I could do to make this better.
Constructive criticism, there is none. Change the outfit.
Take the outfit off and put on something else.
And put on something else.
There we go. Good job, honey. You look great. This week we're joined by...
the ponytail doesn't help.
I love the ponytail. That's one of the few things I like.
That's the only good part was the ponytail. The rest of the outfit looks like you were trying to do the greatest show and be a drag racer at the same time.
Who knows? So we're joined by our co-host Gianni and our regular judge Diane Brill. And she's back. It's Stephanie. I'm sorry,
At this point, Estefina needs to just be
Estefina.
a regular
It's
judge.
giving me very season 13 where the guest judges were rotating out. It was like Lonnie, and T.S. Madison and somebody else who were just rotating the whole
Mm.
season. Who was the other
Mm-hmm.
one? It was somebody. It was
Well, because of COVID.
Yeah, because of
But
COVID. And in this case, Germany is quite a bit of a trip from Colombia. What?
hmm
And I'm not even sure if I will be willing to make that trip unless I'm going to be rotating like Estefania is here. Oh, I'm going to be rotating? That means I'm going to spend some time there. Okay. But I don't see myself
right.
just going to Colombia, shooting this, and then going back to Germany.
hmm
No, baby, no. But the
It
category.
makes you like high key, low key want to end up on German TikTok because apparently that's where she's from.
Yeah, she's a TikTok star I love. So this
Mm,
week's category is opera queens. So, Roxy St. James,
yes.
what would you do with opera queen?
Oh, there are so many.
I
Because you
couldn't
could
think of
do
nothing, honestly.
Because you could do Christine from Phantom of the Opera. You could do Carmen from Carmen Jones. Well, it's not Carmen Jones, but the opera is called Carmen. Even though it's funny because it's about Spanish war, but it's sung in French.
Okay.
Well, you know.
Oh, that came from that?
Yes,
Okay, okay. The only thing I could come up with opera queen is what was that one sci-fi movie at the
The Fifth
begin?
Element.
Huh?
The Fifth Element.
Yeah, at the beginning she sang that song that was supposed to be impossible for any human to sing, but now a human can. I would have just pulled a reference to that lookout.
Oh!
Yeah, I would have pulled a look to that. I pulled a reference to that lookout. That would have been the only thing I could have thought of.
Now, if I was going to do that opera, I don't know which version I would have went for because I don't think I'm too old to pull off Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
So it either would have been like the actual opera in which I would have, but then I would have felt like I was culturally appropriating something
Yeah.
with the outfit. So then I would have just had to do Carmen Jones, which would have been the
The hip opera.
no, the Dorothy Dandridge version.
Ah, got you. Okay.
So
But to
yeah.
them, but looking at the looks, it was more of they're going to the opera, is what they all went with.
No, a lot of them were actually people in the opera. Like Kelly's was actually Aida.
Yeah, English Desmond. I caught Kelly's reference,
Yeah.
but the rest it just looked like, oh, I'm going to the opera.
Hmm.
But you could because I'm not too cultured. My
Mm-hmm.
knowledge on the opera is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
So you can chime in and be like, hey, this is from this. Hey, this is from that. But
Right.
yeah, the
Well, I
fifth.
don't know a lot of them.
Mhm.
I only know Aida because I took a personal interest in that because, like Kelly said, it was just kind of new to see a black-based Broadway show, i.e., also a black-based opera.
But yeah, Danny Renee would have just pulled out that blue lady from the Fifth Element.
But you could pull it off because you're tall enough.
I could. I could. I could. But let's get into these looks, honey. Up first, we have Yvonne Nightstand. I thought this was stunning.
It is a good look.
It is stunning. Now, is this a reference to an opera that you know of?
No.
No? Okay. But
They even said that in the thing. They were like, "What is this referencing?" And she was just like, "I don't know. It just looked like good for the opera."
that would be very
'Cause
much.
this to me
They
is
couldn't have asked me.
giving.
I'd have been like, listen, the only opera I know is the Fifth Element, so. And it's
This
not.
isn't giving opera to me. This is giving more Broadway, My Fair Lady,
I do see that. I do.
Day at the Races.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I did think this was cute. I did.
It's
Moving on to Metamorkid.
Metamorkit.
I
I love the
like
way they say Metamorkit.
I like this look.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a reference to somebody in an opera?
Um, it was something violin, or was it a trumpet? I don't know, but it was something. I don't remember what it was, but they said it. They mentioned it in the critiques that it was in reference to. She even said, or they even said that it was in reference to something. I got more. I think it was supposed to be like the boy who cried wolf, or at least that's what I got from it. Was the boy who cried wolf?
It's giving me very much the tree in the Wizard of Oz that fought the Tin Man and the Scarecrow because they took an apple off his tree.
Hmm.
That's what I very much got from that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move onwards. Oh, Pandora Knox.
Yes, served some Christine
Oh,
Daae realness, even though that's not what it was. It was Blackbird.
oh, Blackbird singing in the day of night. Sorry, that's the Beatles. Oh, I adored this look. I thought it was stunning, head to toe. I want one in every color, like this.
Mm-hmm. Queen of
It,
the Night is what she was doing.
beautiful, beautiful. And then we have Kelly Hilton,
Mm-hmm.
stunning, beautiful. And then she came out singing.
Yes.
I was like, I looked around. I'm like, is that Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kelly, I see you. I see you. But out of all these four looks here, who had your favorite look?
Pandora.
Hands down, Pandora. Let me zoom in on Pandora. Pandora. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. So it is now time for their web shows. Up first, we have Kelly Hilton and Pandora Knox.
So they really missed the mark on this. Like, it was funny. I chuckled a lot,
Where
but
did you chuckle?
just because of the
You better
silliness
be
of
lucky
it.
I can't like the way my setup is. I can't go play that cricket sound because that's what I would have played.
I
Because
can. I don't know if it plays on there though.
it should.
What is it?
My God,
Can you hear it?
that was me the whole time watching, and I'm like, no, no, we're at the top four. No, this is not the place to do this. No. I'm just. You should have seen me after, especially after watching Yvonne's and Meta's. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
God,
After watching theirs, it was just kind of like, oh, snap. That was
oh
bad.
snap. Oh,
It
I'm sitting there
lacked.
and I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I can't say goodbye to either one of them. I can't say goodbye to either one of them.
exactly. I was
I
like,
can't.
no, you're gonna make one of them go home. This sucks.
No,
I
no, no.
like I said, I chuckled a little bit, but I felt really bad because you could tell it was going to be bad when they were doing rehearsals. There was
Yeah.
no real direction. You don't know what
They
they were
didn't
supposed to
have a
be.
plan like Meta and Yvonne did. They had a
Yeah,
plan.
like
They had a reference. They wanted to reference Katya and Trixie. Like they knew what they were going into. They were like, "Oh yeah, we could do this. Maybe do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah."
right, and it seemed like they were just like, we're going to go up there and we're going to do whatever, and because there was no direction and it was just kind of like tossed together, there was no cohesiveness, and like you're like watching it and it's like watching a train wreck.
That's exactly how it felt. And like, it took forever for it to end. I'm like, can we please just end this already?
Is it over yet?
I'm like, please, I can't keep watching this. My heart can't take it.
And then Kelly just seemed so creepy.
Right?
And Pandora was just so unlike herself, and you could tell she just was uncomfortable. And that just made Kelly's creepiness even creepier.
Let's move on
Moving
to one
on.
that was actually good. Yvonne and Metamor Kid. This was hilarious. It
Oh
was
my god.
funny. It was full of content. And shout out to the pit crew member that was willing to partake in the tucking segment. It was just it was all so good. Honestly, like if World of Wonder, they gave you a great idea. Yvonne Metamorkid, I would watch. And even with subtitles on, and you know I'm not the biggest fan of subtitles, I will turn the subtitles on to watch them two just sit there and talk. Because they didn't do much.
No.
But what they did
But they
was
did
fun.
enough.
They did enough.
It was entertaining.
They were
what
entertaining.
They did.
They had the jokes. They had the good chemistry, which we know why they have good chemistry. But it all worked. It all worked.
It all worked.
So after the judges' critiques, Kelly and Pandora were called safe. I knew right then and there, I'm like, oh, we're doing a top two.
The top two. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they legit thought they were in the bottom or, they were just
playing it up for the show.
Because I would play it up for the camera too. Because I'll be like, wait a minute. Hold up now. I wasn't that bad.
Facts.
And I would have gave them what they wanted in the confessionals. I'm like, what do you mean I'm in the bottom two? Did you not see their other performance? Did you not see it? Because I seen it with all four of my eyes. All four of them. We saw that.
Yes.
We saw that. And I know people at home saw it.
All four of my eyes.
And I know the people at the house saw it too. But I did like it when she got to the part where she said lip sync and didn't even tell them what was up. Now, that's the part I really liked from Barbie. Didn't even tell them. Like, she was like, 2 queens stand before me. I'm like...
Okay. It was serious the whole time. Kept a straight face.
So that would have got me, too. I'd have been like, wait a minute. Wait. Are we... Am I lips for my life? But she was like, for the win. And it was just, everybody's face was like...
And they were like...
Listen here. You wench, don't do that no more. So they lip sync for the win to Rock Me...
Amadeus.
Rock Me Amadeus by Falco.
Mm-hmm.
This was a fun lip sync.
Amadeus. That look just shows my age because.
But yeah, this was a fun lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, y'all. And then they started making out. And then, like you can see Kelly and Pandora's face in the background. And Pandora got me. When she was in that confessional, she's like, I never understood why lesbians like watching gay porn. Until now.
Now I know why.
Until now. I was like, just a mess. Oh, it was funny. But yeah, they kissed. But yeah, overall, this was a fun lip sync. I enjoyed. What did you think of the lip sync?
It was good. Mm-hmm. The makeout session was a little off-putting.
It threw me off a little bit. I'm like, okay, all right.
Right. I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay. But other than that, it was pretty good.
So they made their decision, and Metamorkid won the lip sync. Do you agree with Metamorkid winning the lip sync?
Yeah, but it was only because the other one was like at a disadvantage with that outfit.
Yeah, and that was because honestly, I feel like if this was judged, the regular way, Yvonne would have got the win this week. Because I felt like she had the better look, and I do feel like she did better in that challenge. But because honestly, forget it. I would have gave them both the win here. Y'all are both the winners. Exactly. Yeah, y'all both won the lip sync. €500 each. Because it
wouldn't be the first time they split a prize.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Just gave it to both of them. Just call it a day. But yeah, they go to the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
And we find out next week they will be doing the makeover challenge.
Ooh.
You know, it's one of my favorite challenges that we're making over super fans, which very similar to Mexico and very similar to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet it was very much, are you in Colombia? Do you speak German? Come here. Come here right now.
Fan call.
They found the 4 people in Colombia that can speak German and got them in there.
Mhm.
Okay? Oh, baby, I
Right.
love what Brazil did with their makeover challenge because they had 5 queens but only 4 people. Did you watch it yet?
Brazil, no.
No. Okay, so there's 4 queens left. I mean, there's 5 queens left, but only 4 people to make over.
Right.
So Grad Queen picks one of the one of the crew members
Uh-huh.
to come up and be the 5th person.
That's funny.
And he should see me. He was like, "Oh, me." He took off his mask, and the whole time you could see him taking things out of his ear. Like you could tell he was not ready for this. He's like, "I'm down, but hold on, let me take off everything." I thought I was just working today. I know I was working today. Okay.
Hey, work.
But yes, that is our episode for Germany. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Krisha, where can they find you?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.